A retired Derbyshire police chief has told us how he was accused of being a bent cop and was worried he'd be sent to jail. A public inquiry said that Mick Creedon was investigated over myths and lies about his involvement in the Greville Janner case. Tonight, he's accused Leicestershire Police of a witch hunt. This exclusive report from our social affairs correspondent, Jeremy Ball.
This is a framed print that was given to me by Derbyshire Police Federation.
Mementos of a glittering policing career, but Mick Creedon retired under a cloud, a suspect in a police corruption inquiry.
I was firstly stunned. It had a huge effect on my family, on my marriage, on my friendships, and it tends to take over because at the end of the day, the offences I was being investigated for, which was pervert the course of justice and misconduct in public office, carry life imprisonment.
How worried were you that you could go to jail over this?
It sounds ridiculous, but I was. I honestly could see it going all the way, and it felt to me like a witch hunt. I was treated like a corrupt officer. I still feel angry about it, but there's no point letting it consume your life.
Mr. Creedon made no secret of his outrage at the...
Mick Creedon's broken his silence after a public inquiry heard a damning account of how he'd been investigated. A victim, his barrister said, of malicious rumours, myths and outright lies. He was accused of burying child sex allegations against the MP Greville Janner years earlier. That complaint against him was made only weeks after he gave a controversial interview. Mr. Creedon had told a newspaper he wanted to arrest Lord Janner, but he said he was ordered not to, despite credible evidence.
I learned as an investigator not to believe in coincidences. I think it was a vindictive response. Within 4 or 5 weeks, they then gathered a range of information about me, all of which has since proved to be false. One was a statement with an omission that they knew I didn't take, and lastly was an operation into Janner that I wasn't involved with, that I was accused of being the decision maker, when they knew that I didn't have any involvement. It's crazy. Utterly, utterly crazy.
Mr. Creedon's one of several officers eventually cleared of wrongdoing during the Janner case, but the Independent Office for Police Conduct spent 4 years investigating him. His barrister told the public inquiry they were amateur, irrational and damaging.
I was a respected Chief Constable, and I think they saw me as a target. I had very high profile because of the work I'd done nationally. If I, at the time serving Chief Constable and then retired, if I have no voice and I have no means to challenge the process and I have no means to challenge the things being said about me, what does it mean for, as you say, someone on the street? It's very worrying.
Mick Creedon says the action that blighted his retirement was either incompetent or corrupt because it was clear there was never a case against him. Now he wants an explanation from Leicestershire's Chief Constable.
Newsroom, has there been any response to what Mick Creedon has said?
There has, Sarah. I've spoken to Leicestershire Police today. Now, they say concerns about the Janner case needed to be investigated because it appeared that some officers behaved unprofessionally. And they also say it was referred to the police watchdog to keep it independent and transparent. Now, the IOPC told me that prompted a complex investigation. They say a detailed report has now been published. They've also denied Mick Creedon's criticisms about the way they dealt with him.
Jeremy, thank you.